Excuse me. Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC. Also, the North Central Chaplain for Broken Chains JC here in the U.S. So, today is August 20th, 2023, and we are going to be looking at Proverbs chapter 20. Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning, Danny. Danny, I have been praying for you. I hope that today is going to be a very blessed day for you. I understand the weight, and I ask that you pray for me too, because I have a heaviness as well that I need to deal with. But that coming full circle, yes, when you reach out to me and ask for prayer, I am happy to do just that. And if I see you on here, I will acknowledge that. So just giving you a heads up with that. So Danny had reached out, and I was glad to acknowledge that in a public way. So today is August 20th. We're going to be looking at Proverbs chapter 20, and we're going to look at verse 21. An inheritance gained prematurely will not be blessed ultimately. How often do we recognize that there is something that is ours, that we not only have a desire for, but we know that it ultimately it's ours to have? Maybe it's a position at work, or a position within your church, or you know that since you were a little girl that God wanted you, and I'm talking to the ladies, guys, that God wanted you to be married and have children. Maybe you've known all your life that you're going to be a really good dad. Guys, not ladies. I know, stupid that I would say that, but you know, it's the world we live in, right? Maybe, just maybe, you've known your entire life you were supposed to be a business owner. Maybe you have always wanted a Harley, or always needed a thing. I don't know what it is. That position, that place, that respect, whatever it is. And so you go chasing after it. And you find a way to get it. But it just doesn't go the way you expected it to go. You ever had that situation in your life? I know I have. I'm on marriage number 3 because I chased it. Thankfully, God came around on the 3rd one and gave me a perfect wife. I laugh because I love my wife dearly, and she is perfect for me, but she is not a perfect woman, and she'll tell you that. Clearly, she's not a perfect woman. She married me. I mean, what's wrong with her, right? But all joking aside, I knew for years from a young child that I was supposed to own a business and create a successful brand. And I chased it over and over and over again, only to fail. Now, don't get me wrong, I learned lots of lessons from my failures. But ultimately, I was chasing something and trying to get it long before it was time, right? And it failed. The verse says, an inheritance gained prematurely will not be blessed ultimately. That's what the Holman Christian Standard reads. But it means, quite literally, anything that is cherished or owned or possessed. Good morning, Nicholas. Anything that's owned, cherished, or possessed, if you get it too soon, it's not going to be blessed. It has to come in God's timing, right? Well, that also has to do with position. If you go chasing after things before it's time, you will find that you interrupt the flow and, quite honestly, damage yourself, all your relationships, and other people. The things that you absolutely know that they're yours. An inheritance is something you know it's yours. It belongs to you. You just can't possess it until the other person dies, right? It's yours. Like the story Jesus shared of the young man who went to his dad and said, "Give me my inheritance early." Crazy that same thought, hundreds of years apart, right? King Solomon to Jesus Christ. And then today with our conversation. And yet, isn't it really true? We get things too early. We're not ready for them, and we handle it poorly, and we squander what's in front of us. So my question to you today is, are you willing to wait to possess the thing that you know that's yours? It could be as simple as an answer to prayer, a difficulty with a transition. You know that the transition is supposed to happen, but because it's uncomfortable right now, you want to force the transition in your life. And the reality is that you might have to wait. It's interesting, in one of my devotionals that I went through this morning, letting God talk to me, and I didn't even plan on sharing this, but that thought just came back to me. Did you know a lobster, as it grows, every time it grows to the point where it cannot fit its shell anymore, it has to go away, hide itself, shed that shell, and grow a new shell. And while it's doing that, it has to be isolated and protected because it's so vulnerable. Right now might be that time of isolation as you grow, so that you have that protective shell when it comes time. An inheritance gained prematurely will not be blessed ultimately. Guys, I love y'all. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget, it's Sunday. Get to church. God bless.